So a similar caliber of player, and we might be seeing the Shovel Knight. No, I don't think we're seeing the Shovel Knight. Dinos is goofy, but unless someone dared him, I don't imagine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It wouldn't be the first time.
True.
LP, I believe, challenged Dinos to play Shovel Knight in like a Shovel Knight Ditto. For like a top 16 or something.
Some most players commit to the bit.
They do, right? we have people rolling dice, we have people flipping coins, we have people rolling D20s.
Yeah. We have players like Soul Rifle played Edalus the entirety of Riptide just because he was dared to do it.
Yep.
And it worked. He got 5th.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
This is a matchup that Dinos is not unfamiliar in either, though. Even if Spyker is comfortable, Dinos has played against the SBS 4s, has played against my Forsburn nearly every week, right? He knows what he's doing, and he plays Forsburn himself. If there's any tricks in the book, Dinos knows them.
Plus, Dinos came out to Tap 6 not that long ago to get the taste of some East Coast Forsburn, native late cake. So, the experience is certainly there. However, importantly, Spyker plays at such a different axis than a lot of Forsburns.
Absolutely.
Like, not so much the bread and butters, not so much like the mind game, like tinkering that Cake loves to do. He is a highly technical specialist.
Yes.
And that is A, impressive as hell, and B, very different to try and hunt against because you're constantly looking out for small, innocuous things like baby dash jabs that can turn into so much more.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is going to be, when you play against a player like Spyker, right, who's so technical, who's so strong at pulling out these crazy mechanical things, it's going to be up to a player like Dinos to force mistakes out, right? Even the highest octane of players are going to make mistakes, especially when it's a caliber of play like this. So Dinos is going to need to force that out. Right now, though, trying to get back to stage, great up tilt to interrupt in between the
reading the parries. Neutral tech parry on the pressure and just existing there gave Dinos gave him the willingness to pull that trigger, which was probably punish Spyker looking so good right now.
Yeah, this is a big lead that's mounting right now. Gets the 3 smoke charges inhaled, but a great down smash read, but good DI.
Oh, the coverage there from Dinos looking so good, but missing the slight enough drift in order to avoid that up tilt. High consistency and high percentage play, but we're finding just the ways in order to avoid them playing so elusive now as Spyker with a tactical nuke online waiting to pop.
Yeah, I feel like Dinos has not been able to get anything going really in this. A lot of nickel and dime hits. Ooh, Spyker just going for the tech read there and hitting it. This is a lot of percent mounting up for Plastic Dinos, right?
And normally, both Dinos and Clarin are so good at like forcing out those weird mistakes and by just constantly poking the bear a little bit, getting you to flinch, getting you to make a reckless approach in some way. But Spyker has been playing so evasive, utilizing smoke in consistent but sporadic timings to try and disguise his intentions, and then getting out of there so clean, like pulling Dinos away to commit to that double jump before teleporting to the ground. So perfect.
Finally gets it off a parry punish, but I mean, we saw Dinos struggle to get really anything significant started in that stock. And if he wants to close this game back up, first off, he's going to need to avoid combo strings like that, but he's also going to need to get way more out of his hits right now because Spyker is getting a lot out of his.
Oh, and reversal as well, covering with all of that smoke. The hitball nairs in order to chain across the entire stage. Like it's such a different flavor of Forsburn that we're used to here. This is really, but
absolutely.
I mean, I'm enjoying it. Absolutely enjoying
with
it.
dominant. Let's be perfectly honest. I'm AZ. I love Dinos.
Dinos is great.
Bios to every fiber of my being. But that was dominance by Spyker. And going to force a response, we're going to have to see more out of Dinos in some of those conversions. And if you're hoping for a Spyker victory, hope to keep that pressure up because it felt like Dinos couldn't breathe. He was being forced to guess into the smoke. He was being forced to just sort of respond to whatever Spyker chose to do in the set. And that's exactly where you want to be.
There's a big difference in how you can make your opponent play and force them to play in these different, more fearful methods.
Wow.
When you have stuff like that online at the drop of a hat, because now, like, oh man, I've got to watch out for every little thing. I can't get hit by anything because it suddenly can just turn into so much. You're planting these seeds of like frustration and doubt, and
That's an SD.
that's an SD.
Whoa, 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 whoa! How long was he just running around on that stage? How long was I fooled?
I was got.
I play this character.
I have been had.
Okay, the edge guard still comes through in the end,
Yeah.
but
To the
we both looked at each other like, yeah, he just killed himself.
yeah.
No.
The disguise of the clone was so perfect. Trying to pull it off again.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing, right?
But I like that Dinos is fully aware of that. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not playing with clone anymore. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna swat it away.
That was an incredible mix-up and shows the level of understanding Spyker has on this character. Catches that jump read after throwing out the bear. That is huge.
Can just let bear sit there active for so
Wow,
long.
what a catch.
That is why one of the many reasons why this stage is so good for Clarin. These overhangs make recovery mix-ups so available and make it much easier for a middling airspeed character to get out there and hit you with their massive disjoint.
What a tipper on that up tilt, catching from below, and that's going to be very important. Okay, he fine, but he is going to have to up the into him, gets the counter. I'm not sure if he landed.
The DI out there was so good there from
Did
from
land,
Spyker.
has resources. Oh, that's a lot of percent back to Dinos and a lot of smoke on stage. That down smash is going to miss, and that's going to be very important. That down air going to connect, but this is a very uncomfortable spot if you're Spyker right now. Going for that reverse up B, hoping to catch Spyker, trying to come in, but that clone pop going to be huge.
Yeah, trying to.
Oh my gosh,
it
again! But Dak is so good, but what a great up smash
out!
The strongest move, so hard to DI in that scenario. That was
Very
scary.
very excellent response by Dinos in that game 2. Game 1 that looked, as you mentioned, dominant performance. Game 2 started off extremely similar, like an up air in a lot of pressure on the side platform that converted an up air into down strong. So nice from Spyker, but all these little tricks that you're digging your pockets for these different routes, and consistent or not as they may be, the ways to open up your opponent only get more and more linear if you're so willing to try and dig deep into those pockets and try and find those openers. It only means that Dinos has much less to adapt to as the set goes on.
Yeah, and truthfully, that is such a breath of fresh air for Dinos, because he got hit by a lot of explosive things by Spyker there. So to lose that set there goes, I can't afford to do that again. Now Dinos has some breathing room. He gets a counter pick again in this set, and he gets the time and patience to play more risky with Spyker, right? To go, hey, if he's going to go for these risky down smashes, these hard reads, then I can respond with some of my own, and I'm not risking losing the set here for it.
Spyker back on stage just in the
Great
right time,
down
but
smash.
the landing into down strong was raw from Dinos, honestly. Like,
Raw is a good word choice there. Great fair one, but doesn't catch that down smash, but does catch the jab with the side B.
I mean, if you're just trying to find these little hits that can convert into
What a
so
great
much.
conversion, and hidden in the smoke. How do you know where you're supposed to DI?
Exactly. That's the point.
I play the character, but that was so fast and so, I think, unexpected for Dinos, because he was not ready for that, and he died way earlier. As a result, on a big stage like this, every time you can close out a stock early, it's so important. Speaking of early, that was close.
Looking for another of those sweet spot nairs to try and finish off that deep edge guard.
Great dare. Burns air dodge.
The pressure from Dinos has been so good. Cologne pull into pop instantly to extend
What a
that.
tipper, but not gonna find that F smash, and that's
Back air.
huge.
Oh, missing the back air.
Just by an inch.
That's super tough. You can never ever drop your stuff, especially for how Spyker's been playing.
That up B connects, and that leads to the side B because he tries rushing back to stage a little too early, and that is a huge opening here for Dinos.
Spyker's gameplay is entirely predicated on not missing those little conversions.
Great down smash to catch the jump. It's only going to add a little bit of percent, but it's going to let Dinos breathe, but no breath is going to save him from that.
24% and no longer. Still invincible, so that fair did not hit through the smoke. Would have been a great opener, but you still find the tilt boost down, on the down tilt. Oh, the intercept.
That up air trading is so good there for Spyker, because that could have been edge guard scenario if it had not gone that way. Oh, the great parry.
Yo, the anticipation has been beautiful from Dinos here in this game 3. Just
great down smash, and he's going deep. Oh, that down smash is gonna miss.
Parry, back air 1, 2. Do we go for 3? No, we're waiting it out. Letting Dinos recover low, and that proves to be the demise. Missing parries on the upbees from Claren, and finding little ways to get right back in there, just a tipper nair, and turning it into a forward strong for the stock. Two schools of thought here, Schoolie. Honestly, just the speed at which Spyker plays, predicated entirely on hitting his stuff, knowing that if you play fast, any hit can convert into your ideal starter if you have the speed and the wherewithal and the precision and wherewithal to make it so. But Dinos slowing it down, finding ways to finding pinpoint ways and places to be aggressive, and turning it on its head, and just kind of playing against Spyker's eagerness to try and find those hits.
I love that word eagerness here. I feel like that was the opening we saw in the last game compared to the other ones. Dinos was waiting for Spyker to overextend, waiting for Spyker to get a little too impatient, to go a little too fast sometimes. And that was the openings that he was making every single one count right now.
These sour spots are just keeping Spyker off bay, and he cannot summon smoke.
What an important grab there. Goes for the combust. He is going to get back to stage. Oh, just a little bit mistimed from Dinos. Gets a little greedy himself there.
That combust was too full. You needed to get rid of it so you could summon smoke again off stage.
Absolutely.
Your neutral significantly reduced when
you there, 6, and that kills all the way down there. Gonna Galaxy off the side.
Just awareness on the part of Dinos, pushing and pressing Spyker's buttons in order to get him to try and
goes for the tech read. And you can see Spyker's getting antsy with these techs and these parries. He just wants to close out this stock, and Dinos is not giving it to him. Gets the wake up down smash.
So good. Good button.
Good button, indeed, and a lot of smoke on the stage. Where is the Forest Burn? Let's play a game of peekaboo right now. And a peekaboo game that Dinos is losing over and over, does refresh the resources. That's important. Gets back on stage.
I really like how Dinos is committing to these second hits of upbeat. Like, get rid of all of this smoke.
Absolutely.
Force Spyker into either...
No air dodge.
Or continuously forcing Spyker to either commit to getting the hit or refreshing the smoke. Can't do both.
That could be huge, but good DI. Good DI. Holds out, and that up B is going to connect, but that up B is also going to connect.
That vanish from Force Burn popping in just a little bit later.
Spyker still off stage, but catches Dinos there. They're both getting a little antsy on these confirms right now, and you can feel the nerves of tightening them. Dinos wanting to close out this set. Spyker knowing that he's just a couple of reads away from getting the lead in what could be his last game.
Triple K.
I mean, if it works, right? Both of these players getting so antsy.
And the awareness there from Spyker, just seeing that Dinos had gone for that side.
That's so hard to DI, but great DI
still making it. Choosing to prioritize a corner
pressure.
pressure.
Pop. What a great conversion. That was so fast.
But there's no finisher here, Schoolie. We're just seeing.
This is a great opportunity, though. Sends him back off on stage, and that is so helpful for Spyker.
Down strong, still not doing it. The most
classic
of Marthritis.
Great movement away to avoid that back air back on stage. Great parry. Yeah. That side B is going to do it. This is last stock for the Bolt, but not last game for Dinos. Spyker playing potentially on his tournament life. This is so important. We saw him go the distance. We saw him clutch it out on this very stage against Uda. This is so important. This is AZ's pride on the line as well. Our last remaining hero, and the crowd is getting loud for him.
Yeah, the AZ crowd is certainly well behind Dinos here. The coverage there.
What? Into the grab, rate extension, but that bear's gonna miss, but he catches this one here. Now he's going off stage for the chase. Is it enough right now? He's covering every option from Spyker. There's nowhere to go.
And no tipper on that backer to find
nowhere to go. Nowhere to
over, but
one. This is so hard right now. 113, the spacing around the moonwalk away. There's nowhere.
I want to see it more here, Schoolie. I want to see these moonwalks come out. Time and time again, Spyker has not been spacing around them.
That forward smash misses. That's so close. That down smash misses. Dinos
Sour spots.
You can feel it. It's so close. But all it's going to take is a couple of conversions from Spyker, a quick awareness, a DI reader too, and that could be it. The weight on that clone, the jabs into down tilt. Is he going to get this? This is so quick.
The air dodge passing through, but the back air doesn't close the stock. You get combust here.
Jump has an air dodge. That's game 5.
The quickest of pickup, the stand-up just to let out some energy.
Oh, man, and you can feel the energy. Dinos had that.
You can literally feel the energy from AZ in the back to Spyker letting out a shout of all shouts. And you know what? Dinos is sitting there, and after all of that, after an amazing comeback by Spyker, he's just a little like, yeah, you got it. FGC head nod. You're like, dude, how cool can you get?
Yeah, yeah. Dinos is aware, but let's be honest. He definitely felt that one.
Oh,
everyone in the venue felt that one.
They felt that one.
AZ was on the edge of their seats thinking that was it. They made it into top 16, but it is not certain yet. And Spyker taking a second, both players taking a second.
Yeah, daring him to go to that center burn. Not a chance. This has been...
Dinos gets the counter pick here.
10 games against Claren.
10 games against Claren.
Game 5 twice over where Spyker has not had counter pick advantage, but the benefit of giving Claren counter pick advantage in a long set is because they're such a neutral heavy character, more often than not, as long as you're banning the right stages, you don't feel too bad about letting them go to a stage like Forest 4. Like, all right, that's fine. Like, Claren has some really solid benefits here, but it's okay.
Spyker starting quickly. The percent is racking up.
This is
great bear into another bear. 81% unanswered. Great FK. So much percent. 119 goes for the FK. That is a 0 to get to start. Dinos will have to answer right away and is going deep.
But that's only 25%. You put on a ton of damage.
Yeah.
But man, Spyker just...
You can't rush it too much, right?
You can't.
You're behind a lot, but if you rush it too much, these resets are going to keep working, and Spyker's just going to increase his lead more and more.
He'll start swinging into the smoke, and that's exactly what he wants. But
that's such a big up air into an edge guard. He's been so good on these edge guards recently, but that's great. That's so important for Dinos.
Wanting to find that
doesn't go all the way. Knows Claren can struggle to get back from that far. Great down smash to catch it. Clearing the smoke high. There's still a little bit there, but I don't think he's getting all the way up there. Either way, he is getting... Oh, great F smash.
Still barely living here. Dinos trying to put a lid on this momentum. The drop backer was so nice. Missing the Spanishing position, though.
Those fair into down smashes has been Dinos' answer, but they haven't been killing. He needs to find these tippers. He goes way off stage, but Spyker still makes it back. He's still working on this first stock right now, UBL.
And he will continue to do so. The pickup, getting that perfect hit of up strong, the forward hit of that cape to swap back into the dagger. And plenty of smoke to go around here as the clone pops. That man
smash gonna miss. That up air is so important.
Spyker has been playing these offstage situations so good, but any one of these could convert into an edge guard. The taking of a force burn jump can be devastating, forcing him to try and up B straight into you. But that's where the length of this stage is coming back to bite Dinos a little bit.
Starting to get something going, but immediately sent back off stage, gets the full inhale charge from Spyker. This could be a combust, this could be huge. Gets a little overzealous there, but getting the percent, and that's what matters right now.
Chose to tunnel into a down air finisher there with Spyker and
throws him back onto stage. Maybe goes for a little bit of a mix-up, but that's going to be huge. It's going to mean Spyker gets a reset here. That dash attack going to miss. That's going to be it. That is it. Spyker does it. Makes top 16, defeating 2 Clarens in a row. Game 5, he does it. And that is a pop-off.
The biggest of pop-off. Now keep in mind here for Spyker, as I wish we could turn the camera on him. Oh, so Plushie's in the Rivals 2 bracket. Giga's in the Rivals 2 bracket. Zora.
Another AZ.
And
Elkies.
Wow, what a 4.